Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I'm returning to you this morning for a album review, and this is for Kenny Chesney's new album that I guess I'm gonna be doing for Here and Now. So I'm gonna discuss what I listened to for this album and let you know my thoughts on this record. So let's dive into this review. Now, I do have to work today, so I just wanted to come at you for this review before I head out to work in a few hours or whatever. Because I gotta work 2:30 to 5:30 today. And it's gonna be a pretty hot day working outside. But, what did I think of this album? I don't hate it. Um, it's not bad. I do like the title track and the final track, Guy's Name Captain. Those were pretty good songs. The Guy's Name Captain is a mellow track, and it has piano in it. Um, it also has Kenny singing in it. Uh, but for the most part, no, I don't really hate that track. It is a laid back track, but uh, I think there's some good elements about it. The storytelling that Kenny Chesney is singing about in that track, so that's actually not too bad. Everything else is just fine. Like We Do was an alright track. I gave pretty much 10 of the tracks out of 12 a 4.5 out of 5. That's how you know my rating system for what I give tracks and then what I determine what I'm gonna rate the album. But yeah, it would have gotten a lower rating, this album, but I don't think I'm gonna do that because I don't want to piss off a lot of country artists. Well, not country artists, just piss off a lot of No Shoes Nation fans or whatever. Because I do love Kenny Chesney. He's probably one of my favorite country artists out there. But I just wasn't feeling for this album that much. It it ain't a bad album. It's just this is probably something I'm gonna have to come back and listen to again. But it's an average album. Um, Everyone She Knows had like some nice melodies to it, and the track was fine. But I don't know. It wasn't good enough for me to give a passing rating, a really passing rating. It still is getting a passing rating, but it's just fine. Uh, I don't know how else to describe the song. Just I know most of you guys have probably already heard this album now because it's been out since last night at midnight. But yeah, this wasn't a bad album. Someone to Fix, it was going somewhere. Uh, with how the melody was playing out and how Kenny's voice was progressing in the song, but it just felt a little fillerish to me with some lyrics in the line in the song or whatever. And it's almost like there's the same melody playing for each song or whatever. It tries something different, and I don't know if it's something that I'd consider to be good. I'm not trying to sound critical in this review. I'm not sure what to rate this album because there's some songs I do like off it. Well, my personal favorites are Here and Now and Guys Named Captain. Heartbreakers, yeah, it had a little rockish kind of country in it, but I don't know, it just didn't feel like a really good song. But to me, it didn't feel like it. Just keep in mind, this is my own opinion. You don't have to agree with me on it. It's just how I felt when I was listening to the album. But You Don't Get To was another one that was um alright, I guess. And Tip of My Tongue was another song that I guess was alright. Um it's talking about a girl being on the tip of his tongue or whatever. So, yeah, it ain't bad. Um Knowing You is another one that I guess is okay. I don't know what to say about it. Wasted is just uh it's I'm not sure what to give that rating for the song. But Happy Does is probably the last track, and Beautiful World was they were not too bad. They were laid back tracks, but they weren't bad. But overall, this album as a whole did an alright job for what it was. Um, the last album I heard from Kenny Chesney was The Big Revival, and I really liked that album. Uh, I probably will go back and listen to some more Kenny Chesney, and this album I'll listen to again to get see what I think of it. But for a score for this album out of 10, I'm going to give this a 7.5 out of 10. This is an average album. It ain't great, but it's average. He didn't do a bad job with this record. Just there some melodies in this album just felt the same or whatever. And like you can hear the same tune in almost every song in this album, but it just, I don't know, some of it felt a little fillerish and didn't know what it was trying to do as a song. But I know he's trying to change it up with the rock melodies, which I did like some of the rock melodies. But there were only two favorite songs I really liked off this album. Everything else was fine, but could have done a little better, in my opinion. But definitely comment below. Let me know what you guys thought of the Kenny Chesney album, Here and Now, if you've heard it. And if you like this album review, comment below and let me know your thoughts on it. Tap a like on this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you can to support the channel. Sorry that I said earlier that I don't want to piss off a lot of No Shoes Nation fans or whatever. I just didn't want to because I needed to listen to this album first before giving my honest opinion about it. But keep in mind, this is just basically my opinion. You don't have to agree with me on it. It's just how I felt when I was hearing the album. But I don't think it's his best work, but it could have done a little better. But that's just me. I will return to you. I'm gonna return to you for some requested reviews that someone wanted me to do for Cell Dwellers albums. Then AWOL Nation's new album. I never came around to doing that because I wasn't sure about reviewing it, and I was pretty busy with reviewing other albums, so I apologize for that. I just wasn't a big AWOL Nation fan, so I heard the album was good from someone telling me that watches my videos. Uh, but yeah, I never wanted to review it at first, but I guess I'm gonna review it next week for sure when I have the time. But I probably will have time to review it maybe Tuesday or Wednesday. So, yeah, to the person that requested me to review that album, I will review it for sure. And the Cell Dweller album reviews. I gotta see how many there are. But I'm finishing up on the Metallica album reviews. Then I'll do Cell Dweller. Then it'll be whichever album reviews I'm gonna do next. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this album review. I know it's a little lengthy than the last one I did last night, but I had a little bit to say about this album. Nothing bad, just it's an average record in my opinion. And for a fact it kind of is average cuz there are some things that could have been tweaked with this album to make it a little better. But this is what he wanted to do, so I'm not going to judge anymore. But thank you for watching this album review. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay safe, take care, and I'll see you in my next video.